had all these kind of silly questions that I know the answer to. But today I just had this, this really great question. I want, and I didn't think it was possible, to be able to have a great fun like that other girl, the Australian girl, with my sister who passed. And I would never have thought that that would even be possible, because a stumbling block for me is that she went into pure positive energy via suicide. And
everyone does. Some are just more direct about it. In other words, every death is suicide, because nothing happens to anybody that isn't because of the vibration that they are offering, and nobody's offering any vibration for you but you, so it's all self-inflicted.
Yeah. Could you just give me something that would help me to get up there to where she is? Because I know that she's okay, and I know that she's happy, and I know that she's peaceful.
She's not peaceful. She's more energetic and active than you've ever known her to be.
She was really energetic.
Someone used to say to Esther, "Don't worry, honey, you can rest in heaven." And Esther thought, "I don't think so." Abraham wakes me up in the middle of the night on a really regular basis and wants to write a damn book through me. So it's really about acknowledging that she's in this place of pure positive energy. And we're playing with you about the peaceful, because often you use the word peaceful meaning no tension or no resistance, and that certainly is true. But there's an eagerness, there's a clarity. What we said earlier was the perfect basis for this discussion that we're having with you now, because your perspective or your perception of her is really the key factor. And so you have a little adjusting to do. You did quite a bit of it just now, just sitting there in the conversation that we were having. It was a new awareness that came to you. And this is more than ever an opportunity to understand what we meant just now when we said the past has to give way to the present. So how you knew her and how you thought of her will prevent you from rendezvousing with her now. Unless you are remembering really early.
Yeah, I can't go back that far.
And if you can't go back that far, then you've got to make new memories with her.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. And I didn't think that was possible until today, until this morning. It wouldn't have been a question that I would have even thought was possible until I heard that girl someone had passed, and I thought, wow, imagine thinking like that about her. That would be just so cool to get to the place where she is so we can talk.
Sometimes people think, because you're surrounded by so many who are still here with you, why are you looking into the non-physical pile for friendship when there are so many around that you can see and hear and smell and taste and touch? But the advantage of that is that your dearly departed are always on their high-flying disc. It's always this place of pure positive energy. And especially when they are someone that you know, someone that is your sister, or someone that is part of your very powerful stream of consciousness, they are eagerly and actively aware of you and what you are about. Interest is probably the best word. Interested, happily interested in what you are about. So as you sense them, and this happens to you, you say you were unaware of this, but you've had the experience often where you are in close enough alignment, no resistance within you, that you begin to feel glimpses of her and awarenesses of her. But you usually go immediately to the tragedy of her departing, and then you shift your vibration and it keeps you from being in the receptive mode. And now you won't do that. So now the thought can play itself out. If you are interested in having some conversations or some awarenesses, these things are really good, early, and easy first steps into that. When a song comes into your mind for no apparent reason, listen to the intent of the song. Listen to not necessarily what the literal lyrics are, but what that song meant to you, because you're the translator of a vibration. And sometimes the easiest way to translate the vibration is through a song that was familiar to you. You see what we're getting at? And so if a song just comes to mind, stop and contemplate what it is. And often you will be able to make the association between these words that are streaming through your mind and what someone wishes you to hear. Another thing is that you can translate this vibration auditorially or visually. So very often your dearly departed are hanging around and you'll catch them in your peripheral vision. But when you look to see, you don't see them because your eyes, when they're focused, are focused differently. So just be aware of that sort of sensing, because they are all around. Also, you can feel energy on your skin. When there is a really strong compatibility, sometimes those goosebumps will come over you. And that's an indication that you are translating that vibration into something that is tangible. You even can find, Esther found herself while she was driving a fidgety thumb, which she knows is Jerry's fidgety thumb. Jerry always had a fidgety thumb when he drove. He wore the paint right off the steering wheel of every vehicle that Esther allowed him to drive, because he had a sort of fidgety thumb. And so Esther will be driving along and she'll feel her thumb fidgeting, and she knows there's something that Jerry is wanting to say to her. And so she'll just relax and say, hey, and then she usually hears a very clear thought about something. Yeah? Things like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Enough?
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good.